And so we're creating that for Leopard. You can take any note as an example, and you can just select something and say, make it a to-do, and boom, it is now a to-do. Let's select something else, and boom, it is now a to-do. And I can set priorities and due dates and alarms and all sorts of things for these things, and they show up like this. But it's even more powerful than this. I can take any incoming email message or any other document, I can select something and say, make that a to-do, and it makes it a to-do. But it's not just mail. We've created a to-do service throughout Leopard, and any application can tie into it. Any application can contribute to-dos and view to-dos and check them off, etc., etc. And so iCal's tied into this. So you make a to-do in mail, you're going to see it in iCal, and vice versa. All of your apps can tie into this and have one system-wide to-do service where everything is kept track of. So let me show you a few of these things now. Let's go back over here, and let's bring up mail here. So the first thing I want to show you is I'm going to compose a new message here, and the first thing I do if I want to use stationery is I might just say show stationery here, and I'll just show you some of the stationery we ship. So these are some simple things here. Again, some simple messages, very easy. Some ones for photos here, as we talked about. And again, you can drop your own photos in here. You can move photos around, you know. Here's some greetings, you know, baby announcements, birthdays, dinners, get wells, you know, you name it. So this is a way, you know, some great invitations, by the way, some birthdays, dinners, etc. Now, one way is you can start with one of these templates, or another way you can go about things is to start with a mail message that you've already written. I've got a draft here, and I'll just start with this. All right, there we go. Boom. And, you know, I could have forgotten about stationery. My God, I remember. I could put this in stationery. I just go grab something here, photos, boom. Puts it in there with all my text and all my photos. I can move photos around if I want. Real easy. So very, very easy to add stationery. And I've also, of course, got a photo browser. So if I've got some other photos here I want to drop in, I can just drop a photo in like that. This shows me all the photos in iPhoto as an example. So it's very, very easy to create stationery. And you can create your own and save it under favorites and access it very easily. Now I want to show you notes. So the first thing I'm going to do is go back here. I'm going to create a note. So let's just see. What do I want to say? I want to say make sure Leopard gets done on time. You know, squash all Leopard bugs and blow away Vista. So those are my notes, and all I have to do is close this, and here it is showing up in my inbox, and here it is showing up in my notes mailbox with all of my other notes here. Here's the one with you know, dropping a PDF in, stuff to do this week, etc. So that's how easy it is to create a note in Leopard. Boom, that's simple. Now, let me show you to-dos. So I will go back and maybe I'll pick you know, one of these, soccer practice. And I will just say, you know, bring equipment. Let's make that a to-do. And send a reminder to parents. Let's make that a to-do. And so when I go back now, you can see they're added to my note, but they're also added to the to-do server. And here they are right here, these two, along with some other to-dos that I have. It's that easy to make to-dos in this system. So that gives you a little bit of a feel for some of the things that we're adding to Leopard in Mail. It's a major, major upgrade of Mail that adds stationery so you can send the most beautiful email messages you could ever imagine, much more impact. We've got notes. You can send rich notes to yourself. You can keep track of them all in a special notes mailbox. And we've got a system-wide to-do service. Super easy to turn anything into a to-do in Mail or any other app that you wish, and it will keep track of all of them system-wide. So these are just 3 of the really cool features we're adding to Mail in Leopard. Number 9. Scott?
Number 9 is Dashboard. Dashboard is one of my absolute favorite features of Tiger. And the reason Dashboard has been so great is not only because we supplied a really great set of starter widgets, but because all of you have built so many fantastic other widgets. In fact, there are more than 2,500 widgets available for Dashboard today. Now for Leopard, we want to enable even more great widgets. We have 2 things we're announcing today to help solve that. Number 1 is something for you developers, and the second one is a feature for end users. Let's go ahead and start with the developer one. Today we're announcing a new tool, developer tool, called Dashcode. Dashcode helps you to design, develop, and debug your dashboard widgets. We start off with a rich, beautiful set of templates. So these are pre-canned widgets with all the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript you need, and all you do is take and modify them slightly to produce the widget you're looking for. We have templates for RSS, for podcasts, for images, for all sorts of things. You take, modify those, build exactly the widget you're looking for. On top of that, Dashcode is a great visual editor for HTML and CSS. So instead of editing in a text document the HTML, you visually lay it out, you set the colors and size and everything else, we'll produce the HTML and CSS for you. We also ship with a rich parts library. So we have everything from search fields to buttons to controls. You drag those out. We ship with all the JavaScript for those. Put them in your widget. You're done. We have a nice JavaScript editor. And this is big, a full JavaScript debugger. We've heard a lot of feedback that people wanted a good JavaScript debugger. We've added it. You can set breakpoints. You can evaluate JavaScript expressions. It's fantastic. And that is Dashcode. Now, the next feature, and this is the one for the user, is called